Well, good morning. So this is Friday, is my Monday. Y'all, today is going to be a great day. I have so much to tell y'all, right? It has been such an amazing week. We went on a work trip that got extended to Dominican Republic. We were in a town called La Romana, and we got to stay in this amazing villa. We met some really great colleagues around the country. And then we moved over to the hotel, stayed a few more days, let this freeze in Texas kind of, go away. Guess what? It didn't. So we decided to go ahead and come home. But in the meantime, our team was killing it. We sold houses. We put listings under contract and we've been executing them, and we are in full inspection mode for some of our properties. So that's super exciting. Never a dull moment, by the way. And it's like a whole real estate wives' tale. If you are like, okay, things are kind of slow, something's going on, plan a trip. Because the minute you are loading on the plane, your phone's like, ding, ding, ding. Audra, I want to go see a house. Audra, I want to go buy a house. Audra, I want to go see a house. That's it, and that's how it happens. Can you meet me there at 5? It just came on the market. Like, it never fails. Like, ask any realtor on the planet. The minute you plan a trip, you get busy. So, but today's podcast is going to be a little bit about, like clarity, right? So we plan all of our goals in October for the next year. And we always have a 5-year plan going. And the older we get and more the world changes, our industry changes, we are huge on pivoting. The Audra O'Neill team has never been stagnant. If there's something going on, the way our industry changes, we change with it. Matter of fact, some realtors get a little just uncomfortable with change. And when they do, they end up being stagnant and they don't change with their industry. And this goes for lots of people. There's many, many stories about companies that have missed out on opportunities and not been able to do the crazy things that they've done because they did not pivot with change, technology. And in our case today, it's AI video. Y'all have seen a ton of the video we've been putting out. It's been AI generated. It's been really great. It's a way for us to market our listings at a super high level. And, in addition to the already dynamic marketing that we push out. And it really just gives us an edge in the market because we are embracing it. We're not scared of it. We're not worried about it. If somebody doesn't like it, well, it'll be cycled out in about 48 hours. So it's like, you roll with it, right? But having a purpose, not only for your family, but also for your business, when you own a business, things that you create, it's never too late. I don't want somebody to think that, okay, because I'm already here and I'm doing this, it's too late to do something amazing. Because y'all, it's never too late, okay? The vision that we have for our team is something that we revisit on a weekly basis. So, something that I used to tell one of our younger realtors is the most important thing that you're going to talk about with your spouse is going to be how you're going to raise your kids. What religion are you guys? Which news channel do you watch? It's very important. Are you going to watch CNN or Fox News? How are you going to raise your children? What do you believe in? And then money. Money is a very important conversation that you have to have with your spouse on a daily basis, especially when you own businesses together. You have to be completely transparent about what's happening, what's going on, what problems you're having, and how you're going to solve them. Okay? Yeah, that totally came out of a song. But so we took this time to rejuvenate our 2026 goals. I mean, it's only January. Of course, they were already written, but we're looking at some opportunities right now because we never let an opportunity pass us by. We embrace every opportunity that comes our way, and we're examining an opportunity right now. So in the process of that, we really sat down and said, okay, if we took this opportunity, how would our goals change for 2026? And then we took it a step further and said, if we end up taking this opportunity, how would our goals change over the next 5 years? And how does that incorporate into our personal lives, where our kids are at, where we're at in our life? How is it going to change for the better? What is not going to change? How's it going to change our expenses? Where are we going to go with all of our team? Like, there's so many things to think about without just totally spilling the beans, right? And revisiting those and really sitting down and rewriting those was invigorating. Like, revisiting the goals, so invigorating. And I added some things to it. I put some personal things in there of goals that we want to examine. And it just gets you so excited. You know, I already have an abundance of energy. People know that about me. Like I'm just a happy person. Even when I'm having a bad day, I'm a happy person. Even though a realtor made me very angry yesterday, and made me wait all day for something, which was a little on the frustrating side, but that's for a different video. We're not going to talk about our colleagues, but we are under contract, which is the exciting part. And then, you know, I'm pivoting a little bit. So we examined our goals. We really got invigorated about what is to come for 2026, other ways to help our clients sell their homes better, faster, and more money. Okay, helping our buyers hunt for that right property, because we're different. We get to actually operate all over the Houston market and the greater Houston area. We hire realtors that learn these markets like literally like they live there, all over the Houston market, which is different. You know, some people are like, okay, I only want a realtor in Sugar Land. I only want a realtor in Katy. Well, that's not necessarily where you get the biggest bang for your buck, okay? Having somebody that understands, we were born here. Well, I was born here, and I understand the city like the back of my hand. I drive the city all day long. My car is definitely my first office. My real office is my second office. So when I'm driving all over the city and learning and understanding, it gives you a totally different perspective. And when somebody says, okay, I'm looking at these 3 different areas, we can talk about those 3 different areas in detail so that they can make a decision for their family. And that's like super important. And revisiting your goals, by the way, is important for your mindset. Like your mindset. It is such an important, like it stays on track. When you're having a bad day or a bad moment or a bad hour or a bad interaction with somebody or whatever it is, as long as your mindset is there, you talk about it, you get it out of your system, and then you move on. You don't let something ruin your entire day because of a bad interaction. And the one thing that I actually turned off for this vacation was I barely watched social media. I wasn't watching Reels or too much TikTok or anything like that. So all the stuff that, you know, all the chaos that's happening in the world, I just kind of tuned out. And man, it felt good. And it made my mindset just kind of, you know, a little bit more serene, and started focusing on the things that are important to my family, to my team, to our lives, and how it's going to make the people around us better. Because our commitment to our clients is obviously one of the most important things that we do. But in order to serve you the way that we need to serve you, we have to have amazing team members. So Mike and I have to constantly be thinking about them, their lives. Are they happy? Are they living the life that they want to live? Are they reaching the financial goals that they want to live? And are they, being in real estate, are they utilizing all the opportunities that come their way? And those things are super important to us as a team leader, as a company owner, and just as people, because we love the people around us. So I want to end on this. So we put a house under contract yesterday, and our client was just thrilled to pieces. They were so happy. And our conversation at the end of the day, when I finally got to tell him that we have an executed contract and we are ready to go to the next step, the excitement in his voice, it made me so excited. It literally invigorated me at the end of the day, because he was so excited about what is going to come for his family and his life. A young man going on, you know, getting married soon, hopefully starting a family and kind of living that next chapter. Y'all, that's exciting. Where you live and your home is one of the most important things and most important decisions that you make, okay? It's the location, okay? Of course, the condition of anywhere where you live is important, because you need to, you know, take care of it, which we have some things coming this year to help you with that. But every night you're going to come home to that same place. You're going to come home to the same people. And when you love where you live, wow, it takes your mindset and just, you relax. You relax because you love your home, you love your street, you love your neighbors, you love all the things. I love all those things. And those things are so important. I mean, my next door neighbor, I've known him since I was 5 years old, and it just kind of happened that we moved in together, and he's raising his family there. My other neighbor, they're amazing, and they have been like the best neighbors ever. Like, we couldn't have handpicked the neighbors better than just finding a home. So real estate's not just about the deal. It's about the whole package and your mindset every night when you come home after life has thrown you for a curveball. So that's our Friday is my Monday today. Thank you so much for listening. We are going to start marketing this and pushing it out. We would really appreciate if you would follow us on all the podcast, places where you're listening to this. We cannot thank you enough for being a part of our lives, and they're going to get better and better every week. We have some amazing topics. We're going to be interviewing some really great people to help you just get through every day. It's not going to be something dramatic that you can't touch, right? It's going to be something that you can help every day. We're going to bring insurance people on, mortgage people on, understanding where we're at with the market, and really teaching you how to be a great buyer and seller in today's market. Bye-bye.